Can you imagine living in a resort style, amenity rich community with close to 4,000 homes in just the outskirts of Orlando in the Haines City area, where they're going to build possibly up to 4,000 homes? Not only is there a Target, Best Buy, Walmart, movie theaters, Crumble Cookie, dining, entertainment within 20 minutes, but they're also building another Target another 15, 20 minutes away. Could you imagine that? Well, today I'm going to take you through a new community that's here that has some amazing homes priced in the low 300s starting. But if you're not ready for a phone call and you just want properties like this emailed to you, beautiful homes like this, I have a VIP list down in the description where you can just fill out your criteria and I'll send properties to you. If I'm talking a little weird, it's because I got week 17 aligners in. So every time I put the new aligners in for the week, my speech is a little like bad. But on the screen also somewhere, you're going to get a QR code where you can actually find my website, which has the VIP list. We have the pre-approval link. I'm also a mortgage broker. And also I'm doing a first time home buyer webinar. So if you want to figure out the process of what it's like to buy a home, we're doing a Zoom. It's on a Thursday. I don't know which Thursday, but it's on my calendar. So if you go in and subscribe to that Eventbrite, it's free, unless if you want to make a donation, $5, and I'll buy some coffee or some crumble cookie with that. But you can get an idea of what the home buying process looks like if you get on that webinar for first time home buyers. Or if you want to still do it because you're not so new at the buying process, you bought a long time ago and you want like a refresher, that works too. My name is Joe Denny. I'm a Florida realtor and mortgage broker. Been doing it for 6 or 7 years, help hundreds of families. On this channel, we explore all these beautiful homes, just like this one here. We're in a brand new community in Haines City. We're always in all the cities that people are just now hearing about because we go there first. Like if you look back on my previous channels, you'll see that I've been in communities for 5, 6 years that now are fully sold out and they're only doing resales. So if you're watching this video, this could be your opportunity to get into a new community when the prices are probably at its lowest. And something that a lot of people don't know is that as these builders sell these homes, the next model of this same home is going up in price. So whoever buys at the beginning, as these phases continue to close out, they're most likely going to have some good equity in their home. So if that type of content seems valuable to you, consider subscribing to this channel. Follow me on Instagram. I also got like a TikTok, so you can kind of see what the behind the scenes looks like on the Instagram. And if you're looking to get into real estate, send me a message as well. We also have openings on the mortgage side. I would say that Haines City is maybe centrally located. We're in between like Tampa, we're in between Orlando. You got Lakeland down the street, Winter Haven. But in terms of growth, you know, there was St. Cloud. St. Cloud grew. There's Poinciana. Poinciana has some great growth coming. Look out for Westview. That's going to be a crazy community where they're going to have rock climbing walls, cafes. They're going to have tiki like pool bars by the pool. So you're looking in Poinciana, and they're building a movie theater out there. But anyways, we're talking about Haines City today, and we're also in Ocala sometimes. When I think about Haines City, I think about the growth that areas like St. Cloud went through, and then Davenport went through it. So now, naturally, the growth is happening further into the outskirts. It's Haines City's turn to grow. Pretty soon, Lake Wales is going to be on the map, Bartow, all those other cities you're going to hear about in the future that I'm going to cover in this channel as well. But today, we're going to talk about Haines City. This community, 4,000 homes, resort-style amenities, several builders in here. They have the Lennar, Meritage is going to be there. We got D.R. Horton. This is actually one of their Cali floor plans with upgrades. Like, on the garage door, they put like little windows there. They have this stonework. The doors are modern. This is like a more elegant version of the Cali. And I'm excited to get you guys inside here and, you know, show you what this home has to offer. As you can see, we're like right at the beginning of the community, where that's going to be the entrance. This is going to be our subject property for today's video. We got this Cali. But we also have another one over there, the Alex model. Pretty nice size one too. It's a little bit smaller. That one's 1504. This one's 1828. This is the, how do I put this? I think this is actually the first Cali model with an actual patio. I don't remember seeing the Cali models having this patio in the front. Their Hayden models do. A lot of their other models do. Oh, and they also have a new lakeside model. It's a 5-bedroom on 1 story, which I'm super excited about. But take a look at this. You have a patio in the front with some like nice little bricks to give it the curb appeal on your property. And then, you know, this home is designed for the future. They don't even have a driveway where the garage. This is so that your car can kind of like fly in to your garage. No, I'm kidding. When this is done, they're gonna like build this driveway out. But if you believe that, let me know. Drop a like if you believe that little fly-in thing. You can kind of see those windows in there up there. I've never seen D.R. Horton put those windows up there, so that's a fine little touch. So that when we're inside, we could probably have some natural light in the property as well. But let's take a look at what this Cali is gonna look like. Let's start right in your foyer. You have these beautiful accent panels over here. Now I'm almost certain that this was done by an interior designer, but this gives it a non-cookie cutter kind of approach to, like, you know, to modernize this type of floor plan. What do you guys think about this panel here? I probably would have put like a darker color, but I like it. By the way, I just came back from New York. I have the hat to prove it. It says New York right there. I need a haircut, so you don't want to see what's underneath. When you first walk in, right, you have 2 bedrooms right over here, and you have a bathroom right behind me. We're working with 1828 square feet, so we got 4 beds and 2 baths. We are in bedroom number 3, and they got this kind of set up like a home office, which is pretty fire. I really like the modern doors here. I wanted to tell you guys a little bit about the community. So the community is called Crosswinds, and they're gonna offer both single family and townhomes starting in the low 300s. You're gonna find 3 to 5 bedrooms, 1 to 2 car garages, and square footages from 1,300 to 2,600 square feet. You're gonna have stainless steel appliances for the home with smart home technology, nearby schools, shopping, dining, entertainment, easy access to I-4 and US 17, multiple floor plans with siding and stone exterior options. That's one of the upgrades there with the stone exterior options that they didn't do before. And although we're only working with 1828 square feet, it's a pretty functional floor plan. Like these hallways, you know, pretty long, kind of wide. And you have your laundry room as well for the washer and dryer right next to the 2-car garage. I have tons of video of this floor plan completely empty, but when it's staged, it's so much better because you can get an idea of like what you can truly fit in here. You have this massive island over here with upgraded countertops. They have quartz in here, and the other ones they have granite. So you have a finer, you know, stone here. They do need to start putting some backsplash to give it some character, but that's up to you. You can pick whatever backsplash you want to put in, but it makes the model homes touch a little bit, look a little nicer when they have the backsplash. But right over here, we're gonna have access to your living room. You can kind of see you can fit the couch here. You have the TV right over there. You have this massive dining room table right over here. Some of these floor plans aren't super formal, so they're not gonna have like the dining room, but they do have a Hayden model, which does have kind of like a formal dining room downstairs. So if you are into that, just let me know and I'll get you access to a property like that as well. I feel like one of the most important parts of the home is in like the kitchen. That's where you start cooking, where you make the food with love. And you're gonna need like a nice sized pantry to be able to fit all that food. But this one I think is a really nice sized pantry over here. Do you guys think that that's enough space there in the pantry, or do you think that you would need like a bigger one? So not only do you have your patio in the front, you also have your covered lanai back here. But when I mean covered, I don't mean like screened in. You still got to screen it in, but you have like the roof here and everything. And not a lot of builders at this price point offer these lanais. But with this one, you're gonna have this awesome lanai out here to enjoy this beautiful Florida weather. And if you made it this far in the video, consider subscribing to the channel. Also follow me on Instagram and TikTok as well. We're about to go into the primary, right? And then we're gonna talk about the numbers. One of my favorite parts of this process is going over the numbers, the process, being in the mortgage industry as well, and kind of tell you like how the rates work and the numbers and the closing costs and get you multiple estimates. So let's take a look at this primary and then let's go over some numbers. We have very nice sized bed in here, some big furniture here, some nightstands and everything. So you can kind of get an idea how big these primary bedrooms are. I really like how they put these panels here to give you an idea of like what to do to like spruce the space up a little bit. Is that even a word, spruce? I don't know. But what do you guys think about this primary? Drop a like on the video if you like the primary. And let's check out what this bathroom looks like. I would say that we're working with some really good space here. You have that dual sink vanity there, the showers here. Be cool if they had a tub as well. They do have floor plans with tubs that are a little more expensive. You have a small closet here, the bathroom right, the toilet right there with the door as well, and a nice bigger closet right behind me. If you've seen like an annoying QR code somewhere on the screen, that's gonna be your direct access to get in contact with me. My phone number's there, my calendar link, the VIP list. So like if you want properties sent to you directly and you're not ready for a phone call, kind of like what I've said before, you just fill out your criteria down in the VIP list and get properties sent to you right away. We got Ocala, we got Haines City, St. Cloud. If you want me to go to Miami, I'll go to Miami. We'll find the right home for you. So we're gonna go over, one of my favorite parts is talking about the numbers. I'm also in the mortgage industry as well as the real estate. I've been doing the mortgages for like 2 years now, going on 2 years, real estate like 6-7 years. I'm not able to help you on the same transaction, me and myself doing both sides. So I have a team behind me, got realtors, mortgage loan officers. So I have different people in different roles that will help me when the time comes. The community, you know, when you think about these communities and their starting prices, it's always like a gimmick because the website will say starting at, but then you have to add like minor upgrades and like the lot fees and everything. So let's just use some numbers based on a potential 339 price point, 340,000. One of the most popular loans that you'll find out there is an FHA loan, which is 3.5% down. It's a government-backed loan, so they're gonna finance 96.5% and you'll just put the 3.5% down. But if you don't have the 3.5% down, I have multiple options with down payment assistance. And there's also DR Horton has a program as well that they just rolled out where they're able to help you. There's also, you know, Hometown Heroes might be coming back. It's a lot of different ways that we can help you get the down payment that you might need and some of the closing costs. So I would say if your income's right and your credit is right and money's what you're short on, just reach out. We'll try to find a way to make it work. But if the income's not right and the credit's not right, then that might be a little bit harder. But if you have like 2 of the 3 things, then we might have something to work with. That FHA loan is going to be 3.5% down, which at 340,000 is going to be around close to $12,000. That was big. It's going to be around $12,000 as well as what the down payment would be right there. Now, when you're buying a home, there's also going to be closing costs. So with the closing costs, you're going to factor in anywhere between 3 to 5%. So in this scenario, I put 4% right there as an estimate, which is about 13.6. The builder is going to help you with the closing costs if you use their preferred lender. So that total cash needed at 25,499, it's actually going to be a little bit lower because once we factor in the down payment assistance or any closing costs, concessions, it'll be lower. So a scenario, these aren't exact numbers, these are estimates because we don't know what your credit score will be. We don't know what you're going to qualify for, but picture the payments on a 340 house in here being around mid 2000s to high 2000s. This one's around $2,700, right? Now, max concession we can ask for on an FHA loan is 6%. Concession is a fancy way of saying that the seller is going to give you some money to help you with your bill at closing. It's called a concession. When you ask for a seller for a discount, let's say the price is $300K and you want $10,000 off, but you want them to pay your closing costs as well. You're not actually just asking for $10,000 off. You're basically asking for like $20,000 off or more, depending on what your closing costs are. And the way that they do that is through concessions, where they'll give you a credit. So next time you think about submitting an offer, just remember, no matter how you ask for it, off the front end, off the back end, it's still going to be a discount to the seller, where it's a discount on the price or a concession. Now, we went on and talked about a VA loan. Those are going to be 0% down, 100% financing. and that means $0 down. Now, as far as like what the closing costs can be, they're still floating around the same 4%, depending on credit, depending on points and what product you go with. It'll be at $13,600, which means your total cash to close will be about that. Your payments will float around the mid 2000s as well. And the max seller concession we can ask for is actually more than probably what your closing costs would be. So you might walk out not paying anything. I've actually had VA clients that we've gotten to new construction, and based on all the credits and the way everything worked out, I've seen them walk back out with their deposit where they basically paid nothing out of pocket to move into the home. So if you want a scenario like that, let me know and I can try to help you form one like that. On a conventional 5% down, you'll be at $17,000 in down payment with $13,600 as closing costs with that same 4% scenario, which puts your total cash to close around $31,000. You're floating around the mid to high 2000s, and the max seller concession will be right around $10,000. Now, for the investors out there, there's multiple investment scenarios out there. If you're buying it as a second home, you can get like a 10% down scenario. If you're buying it with like no income verification or no tax returns, we have like 20% down scenarios, DSCR loans. But a typical 20% down, you'd be like at 68,000. Closing costs will float around the same 13,000. Puts your cash to close in the 80s, high 70s, low 90,000 price point, depending on what points they charge. The rents, not the rents. The mortgage is right around 2,200, 2,100. What PITI stands for those of you who don't know, is that's pretty much how a mortgage is put together. There's principal and interest, taxes, and insurance. So the principal and interest are pretty much set up front, what the principal is, what the remaining balance is after your down payment, and the interest rate for the life of the loan, depending on which loan you're going with. Taxes and insurance those are T&A. Those are going to be variable, because what happens with property taxes is on the first year they're going to be super low because it's going to be assessed on the land only, and after about a year they reassess and they will correct themselves. A lot of people will say no, they went up. No, they corrected themselves to what the taxes should be of this structure on the land, and a lot of people don't know that. So it's a good thing that you're watching this video so you're better educating yourself. But as far as taxes go, those are going to be they can change over time. So principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, so PITI. So the thing about insurance is, I don't know why I put an A there. The thing about insurance is that when the home is brand new, the insurance is probably gonna be the cheapest. After some years, the insurance might adjust slightly. And we do have more insurance carriers coming to Florida. I just mentioned that recently in one of my recent posts, where some more insurance carriers are coming to Florida. But when you first buy a home, the insurance is prepaid for the whole year up front. And then at closing, which in this scenario, the builder's gonna pay that for you. So awesome, you're gonna save money on that. But then you turn around and you see your mortgage and they're charging you insurance again. And you're wondering, but I thought my taxes and insurance were prepaid up front. Well, what they're doing is they're trying to prepare you for the next time insurance is due and the taxes as well. So they're doing something called, they're escrowing it into an escrow account. So the mortgage loan servicer, whoever services your loan, is gonna hold that money. And once a year, they're gonna pay it out for you. So as far as like PITI, principal and interest, we know what those numbers could be because there's an amortization schedule. Taxes and insurance, those are variable numbers. So that's, if you ever hear anybody saying that mortgages went up or down, it's usually because of the taxes and insurance, unless they got like an adjustable rate mortgage. Now, as far as rental goes, I would always reach out to like a property manager or a rental real estate agent to give you like a better estimate. But the rents in the area can be around $2,200 to $2,500, which means depending on what you rent it for, you could possibly cash flow. And you got to think about when you have a community, right, that's going to have close to 4,000 homes, right? 4,000 homes, resort style amenities. There's a Target already there with a Best Buy, a movie theater, a whole bunch of dining and entertainment. And they have like another Target coming. We're like centrally located between Orlando and Tampa. You got to, think about the growth. Every time that these builders sell these houses, they're strategically raising the prices of each of them. They do that because they want the future comps to be higher for their own sales, but they're also helping you, the potential homeowner. So when they do that, when they raise these prices, an investor that puts their money into a property like this and rents it out could possibly cash flow a little bit right now. And then later on, as the rents go up, you're cash flowing more. And then if you wanted to pull your money out in a few years, assuming the values went up, which that's usually what happens, real estate appreciates, you'll be able to cash out some money because you'll have all the equity because the builder did a great job of continuing to like raise the prices. There's always the hiccup though. Towards the very end of the community, there's always that one builder that will like give away the house on a crazy deal. And we're dealing with that right now with a specific builder, where that would kind of affect the comps temporarily of all the houses around there. So that might be a scenario towards the very end where the builders might be like, all right, let's get out of here. We're already finished. Give a 10K discount, 20K discount. So that might be a slight bump, like right over here somewhere. But then after that, they're sold out. Hopefully everybody sells their houses for their true value and go higher and higher. Nobody gives away their home. And then you could be somewhere up here with the equity, as far as like what your house could be worth. It's no secret that these videos are getting longer. I think the last video was like 27 minutes long. We're probably gonna hit 30 minutes at some point, but it's because, and some of my buyers have told me this, when I do the videos this style, it feels like we're kind of having a conversation where it's not just, hey, look at this pretty home, buy it, put commission in my pocket. I want to kind of walk you through the journey of like what this process looks and feels like, what the numbers could be, some things to avoid, and get different angles of these homes. This is not just another boring home tour where you're just looking through the house for like 2 or 3 minutes. So if you've stayed to the end of this video, I want to say thank you. Drop a like on the video, also drop a comment. Also, drop a comment. Let me know where you want me to film my next video at. And what I'll do is I'll do my best to try to make it out there and figure out what new construction might be in the area and get something like this going. I actually have a brand new client that I acquired because of a video that I made for a client in a city I've never been to. So it's kind of like a domino effect where you guys are helping me out to grow and my family truly appreciates it. We're close to like 2,500 subscribers, I think. We're on our way to 3,000, which the sub counts don't matter. So that's cool that we're going to get to 3,000 eventually. So subscribe to the channel so we can make it to 2,500. Let me not say it doesn't matter. Please subscribe so this could reach more people. But that's pretty much it. I'm going to put the drone now in the air so you got to get an idea of what the aerials look like in the area. And if you need help buying a home anywhere in Florida, or if you want to stick with your realtor and use me as a mortgage broker, I'd be happy to help. I do the mortgages as well. But that's pretty much it. We're at the end of this video. The drone's about to go up. I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.